Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to add Shopify orders to Airtable. So imagine this, a customer called as John has made a purchase from your Shopify store. So you have John's name, email address and all those details. So you want to add John as a record in Airtable, maybe to analyze the data or just to create a backup. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of John from Shopify, sort it out and manually add him as a contact or a record in Airtable. Now the problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new order is created in Shopify, it will automatically create a record in Airtable. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Shopify and Airtable. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. Okay, so we are going to begin with a small example. So this is my Shopify store and imagine a guy called as Neil Harris is purchasing the product. So he's going to purchase, let's say, this pen, ink pen, okay? And he's going to just buy it now, click on buy it now. And then he's going to fill all his details. So to complete the checkout page. So this is the email of Neil, okay, Neil Harris. 123@gmail.com, just a random email that's popping in my head. And these are the details. Neil, the last name is Harris. The company he works is Tesla, or about Apple. Okay, and this is his address. Goes down. Okay, so just a random name. And the city he resides is Paris, let's say. Okay, and the state is Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so we have entered it. Now then this is the pin code. Okay, and of course we have to enter the phone number. So this is the phone number of Neil Harris. So let me just click on continue to shipping. Okay, and let me just click on continue to payment. Okay, so Neil Harris is now going to make a payment using his credit card. So these are the details of his credit card. Let me just enter the Neil Harris security code. Okay, and let me just click on pay now. Okay, so as you can see, the order is being processed. So once the order is processed, okay, so the order has been processed. It is showing thank you, Neil. And this is the product he has purchased. He has basically purchased an ink pen and it is worth 100 rupees. And these are the details. Neil Harris, that's the name. This is the company he works in. This is the address. This is the city, the pin code, and this is the country. And this is, of course, the phone number. So let me just go to Airtable. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the record. So the first name is Neil. The email, the phone number, this is the product, and this is the price. So basically this is the whole mechanism. Whenever there is a purchase made by a customer on your Shopify store, it will be added as a record on Airtable. So to begin the integration in the new tab, let me just type pabbly.com. Pabbly.com it is. So your obvious question is, why pabbly.com? Well, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Shopify and Airtable. So let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. So basically we are going to create a new workflow. Now there is something I have to do before I create a new workflow. So this is this is basically the old workflow that I have used to integrate Shopify and my Airtable account. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch off this workflow. The reason I'm switching off this workflow is if I don't switch off this workflow and if I create a new workflow, it will create two results. So basically to avoid the duplication of results, I have switched off this workflow. It is actually none of your concern. I'm just stating my problems. That's all. Okay, so let me just start from scratch by clicking on create workflow. Okay, so we are going to give a name about Shopify to Airtable. And let me just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So basically we are going to create a new workflow. Now if you want to replicate or clone this workflow, the link of this workflow is available in the description box. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Shopify, because we will be sending the data from Shopify. That is why Shopify. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new order? Okay, so new order is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new order is made in Shopify, then what action should be taken by the system? Now we do have a ton of trigger events like new cart, new order, new product, new refund, new inventory. All of them are a bunch of trigger events. Now in case if you want more trigger events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build a trigger event for you. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new order is made in Shopify. So essence is we are just trying to integrate Shopify to Pabbly Connect. So let me just take you to my Shopify store. Okay, so this is not my Shopify store. So let me just go to my Shopify store. Okay, so this is my Shopify store, and as you can see at the left bottom, you will find the option called as settings. Click this. Okay, so this is the settings page. Here you will find the option called as notifications. Click this. Okay, so this is the notifications page of my Shopify store. So let me just scroll down, and here at the bottom, at the near bottom, you will find the option called as webhooks. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on create webhook. Okay, so basically when you click on create webhook, a window appears in front of you. So basically, first of all, we have to set up the event. So the event is when a new order is created by the customer. So I'm just typing order created, yeah, this one, order creation. Now in the format, it will remain as JSON. Now coming to the most important part, the URL. So to get the URL, let me go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL you want. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the URL. The webhook API version will remain same. Just click on save webhook. Okay, so basically now we have set up Shopify and Pabbly Connect. We basically have integrated Shopify and Pabbly Connect. This means anytime a new order is created in Shopify, Pabbly Connect has to capture the data. Now to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me go to Pabbly Connect and let me just click on this button, capture webhook response. Okay. So it is showing it is waiting for the data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to my Shopify store. Okay, so this is where I go to my store and I'm going to make a dummy purchase. Okay, so we have already made a dummy purchase. So we are going to do it once again. Okay, so this time we are going to buy this mobile in text and mobile. Okay, so let me just buy it now. Click on buy it now. And this time a guy called as Henry William or William Henry is making a purchase. So this is the email of William Henry. WilliamHenry123@gmail.com. The first name is William. The last name is Henry. Okay, so this is the company he works in. He works in a castle. And this is the address. Okay, just a random name. And the city is London. Okay, so the reason I'm entering the same state as well as the pin code is because I don't know any pin code that is corresponding to a proper state. That is why 2406. And then we have William's phone number. So this is William's phone number and we have entered it. So let me just remove this. Okay, now it's looking proper. So let me just click on continue to shipping. Okay, continue to payment. Okay, so William is now going to enter his credit card details. So this is again the same credit card details that I'm going to fill. Okay, so let me just enter the security code and let me just click on pay now. Okay, so the order is getting processed. Okay, so as you can see, William has made a purchase. Okay, and the total is of $118. Okay, 118 rupees. And these are the details. The William Henry, that's the customer. This is the place where he works. This is the place where he resides. And this is the city, state, and all those details. And this is the country. And this is, of course, the phone number. So what we're going to do here is we are going to check whether Pabbly Connect, since it is integrated with Shopify, has it captured this data or not. So let's have a look. Yes, we do have some data. So let's explore them. So as you can see, we have the email that is williamhenry123@gmail.com. So basically, this is the price of the product without the tax. Okay, and this is the full-fledged price of the product, including the tax. So this is the email once again, and then we have the person's name. So where is the person's name? Let me just scroll down even more. Okay, so this is the person name, that is William. This is the address. This is the city where he resides. This is the province. This is the country. This is the place where he works, and of course we have the phone number. So where is our phone number? Okay, so basically using all these details we are going to create a record in Airtable. So to do that, let me introduce one more window. So this window is called as the action window. Now in the choose app, how about we make it as Airtable, because we want to create a record in Airtable. That is why Airtable it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as create record. Now create a record is an action event. There are many more action events like update record, get record, search record, delete record, all of them are a bunch of action events. Now in case if you want more action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just simply want to create a record in Airtable. So let me just click on connect with Airtable. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the token. So to get the token, let's have a visit to Airtable. So this is my Airtable account. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to the home, and let me just go to the profile. Okay, so under the profile you will find the option account. Click this. Okay, so let's scroll down, and here in the API section you will find the API key. So this is the key. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the token. So let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. Now basically we have two important blanks, the base as well as the table name. So let me just take you to Airtable. So as you can see, these are all the bases that I have in my Airtable account. Now for your consideration, what if I create a new base? So let me just click on start from scratch. Okay, now before that, let me just show you all the bases I have. So these are all the bases that is present in my Airtable account is being simply reflected here. Okay, so for your consideration, I am going to create a new base. Okay, so let me just create a new base. The name of the base is Shopify new database. Okay, so this is the base, Shopify new database, and this is the table associated with it. So I'm just going to rename it as database 1. Okay, just a random name that's popping in my head. That's all, database 1. Okay, so let me just go to Pabbly Connect, and when I click on refresh, I can expect to find this newly created base in the drop down. So let me just refresh it. Okay, so the name of the base is, remember, Shopify new database. Okay, so it is getting refreshed. Give it 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so the base ID has been refreshed. So let's have a look. So yeah, so we do have the base that is Shopify new database, and the associated table with it is database 1. Okay, so basically what we are going to do here is, as you can see, we do have the same columns that is present in the record, the same field in the same database, in the same record. Okay, so as you can see, we have the name, notes, attachment, and status. So basically we have the same columns. We have the name, notes, attachment, and status. So we are going to make some changes here. So first of all, I'm going to change the name. Okay, so it is already okay. Let me just check the field. Okay, so it is single line text. Now here I'm going to mention it as email. So I'm just going to mention it as email it is. Now in place of long text, how about we just make it as email? Okay, excellent. And let me just click on save. Now coming to the attachment, in place of attachment, how about we add the phone number? So let me just click here. Okay, double click here, and let me just type phone number. And it is demanding a specific format. There is a specific format, that is the phone number fields. Okay, let me just click on save. Now coming to the status, how about we make it as product. So basically it will tell which product the customer has purchased. So in our case, it was in text and mobile phone. Yeah. And we are going to change the status as single line text. Okay. And let me just click on save. Okay. So basically we have worked on 4 fields. Now if you want more fields, you can just keep on adding, but I'm happy with 4 fields. Okay. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect, and let me just refresh this once again, because all the fields have to be changed. Okay. So I'm refreshing it. Okay, so as you can see, the new fields are termed as name, email, phone, as well as the product. So let's start mapping. So let me introduce you to this button. This button is called as the mapping button. When we click this, we will find all the data that we have received from Shopify. So the name of the person was, I think, William. Okay, William Henry, and we have mapped it. Now coming to the email. So this is the email. Okay, let me just map the email. So this is the email, and we have mapped it. Now coming to the phone number. So let's explore the phone number. Okay, so this is the phone number, and of course this is the product. Product was, I think we should have actually added one more field that was of the number, but it's okay. You obviously can do that. The product was, I think, Intex 10 mobile. Okay, so we have mapped it. So basically we have entered all the details. So all I have to do is just click on save and send test request to create a record. So let me do that. So as you can see, the record has been created. Okay, so this is the name William and the email is WilliamHenry123. This is the phone, this is the product, and this is the time at which it was created. So let me just explore. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the fields. This is the William, that is the name, this is the email, this is the phone, and this is the product. Excellent. So the presence of this data shows that we have successfully integrated Shopify and Airtable with help of Pabbly Connect. Now, before we leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect and let me just minimize this action window and let me just minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Shopify to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Airtable. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Shopify and Airtable. Excellent.
Not just these two apps, you can integrate up plenty of applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Our dedicated team members will help you to automate your workflows. Or better, just visit our website www.pabbly.com. It's awesome. Thanks.